Okay, from a guy who does extraordinary things with gum to men and women who are extraordinary role models. Every child should have the opportunity to fulfill their potential, but sadly, not every child is able. However, Big Brothers and Big Sisters is working to change that.
And Cindy can tell you this from experience because her husband Colin is a big brother. And there's Colin.
And
there's
Trey. And he took him to a soccer game there.
Yeah. Now, Big Brothers and Big Sisters, they match at-risk kids with volunteer mentors, and there's a need for more Big Brothers now.
Big time. Certain agencies have started 100 men in 100 days to get more Big Brother volunteers. Katie Cole from the Big Brothers Big Sisters Pinellas County is here, along with Big Brothers Joseph Murray and Adam Vasallo, to talk more about it. All right, Katie, we mentioned at-risk kids that really need mentors. What do you mean when you say at-risk?
The children that are the clients of Big Brothers Big Sisters come because they're recommended by guidance counselors or their parents request that they're matched. And the risk can be any number of risk factors. Either they come from a single family home, they are on free and reduced lunch programs in the school, or it could simply be that they are in a community or grow up in a neighborhood where there are not a lot of positive role models in their community.
So what kind of impact does the relationship with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters have on the kids? And is it, I mean, immeasurable? Can you really tell there's a difference?
Absolutely. That's one of the wonderful things about Big Brothers Big Sisters, is that there are specific measurable impacts, and we do studies on a regular basis to find out about the increased self-confidence of the children, the retention rate, how they're promoted from one year to another in school, how their grades likely improve, how they generally feel better about themselves. Additionally, they stay out of the juvenile justice system. Children that are matched with a one-to-one mentor are more likely to never be involved in the juvenile justice system, which is a wonderful, great impact to the community, of course.
Joseph, you're a Big, right?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
long have you been one?
A little over a year now.
And why did you get involved?
Well, actually, my story's a little different. I was a law enforcement officer for 15 years, so I saw the negative side of children, little boys in particular, who didn't have that positive role model in their lives. So after constantly dealing with them on in that level, I realized that the reason for a lot of the crime that we see is that these children don't have positive role models, and I knew I could make a big impact by just, in a small way, by dealing with children on a one-on-one basis in that respect. A lot of people think it's you have a lot of time to make a big difference in a child's life, but just a little difference carried out in a long time period, at the end of that time period, becomes a huge difference.
What kind of difference have you seen with your little?
When I first was matching my little, he was very reserved, didn't speak a lot, would smile a lot, but just didn't speak a lot, just lacked a lot of self-confidence. And over our last year, the difference is tremendous. I mean, he talks a lot about anything all the time, which is good because I thought he needed me to show him how to do things, teach him how to do things, and when all he really, most of the time, wants is to speak to someone and have someone listen to what he has to say.
Adam, I think a lot of people are afraid to get involved because they think the time commitment is going to be too great for them and they just can't make that commitment. But the need is incredible, especially for Big Brothers. There are a lot of young boys out there who are in need. So talk about your experience with us.
Yeah, it's been great. I've been a Big Brother for 4 years. I've been with the same little brother for 3 years. And just the same things that Joseph's talking about. It's amazing the amount of impact you can make with such little time. The time commitment, I think, is probably something a lot of people think, I don't know if I can do it. But when you really look at it and you think about what it takes to be a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters, it's really not as much as a huge commitment from your regular life, and the rewards are huge from being a Big Brother.
You know, as Cindy just mentioned, there's a big need for Big Brothers. 100 men in 100 days.
Absolutely. We started a campaign this summer beginning June 1st to recruit 100 men in 100 days. There's over 1,000 potential little brothers waiting for Big Brothers to be matched in the Tampa Bay area. Only about 75% of our waiting list for littles are all little boys, and unfortunately only about 35% of the inquiries and potential bigs that we have are men. So there's a huge disconnect in the number of men volunteers and the number of boys who need bigs.
Come on, fellas. Step up. Let's talk about the time commitment, because
Sure.
again, that's something that they're just afraid of.
Absolutely. There's two different types of programs that our mentors can enroll in. One is a site-based program with schools, and they actually just spend 1 hour a week at school with their little, and that's all the time commitment it is. Sometimes it's during the lunch period, sometimes they take the child out of class, but it's a partnership with our school system to do that. Our other community-based programs are a little bit more involved, but even then, we only ask for one outing or one experience a month. Now, what we've learned is over the first couple months, it might be limited to one experience per month, but then as the months go on, you can then people are going with their littles on a weekly basis, on going on vacation or doing all sorts of wonderful things.
Cindy will tell you,
Yep,
naturally
it's true.
increases. Yes. Hey, if you want more information on Big Brothers Big Sisters, and if you want to volunteer, just go to our website, that's daytimeonline.tv, and we will have a link to your website.
Katie, Joseph, and Adam, thank you all. And thanks very much for doing that, guys.
Absolutely.
Keep up the great work.
And hey, thanks you, Sin.
Yes.
Hey,
Thanks to
no,
you.
thanks
You're
for
part of
calling.
it also.
That's the big brother.
She's a big part
I'm
of it,
sort of
too.
like the step big sister.
And we do have big couples, so
Oh, thanks.
yes.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Coming up after the break, comedian Dom Herrera is dropping by, and he's dropping a few names at the same time.
Yeah, a few jokes too, so trust us, we'll definitely laugh at this, so please stay with us.